Goofs. I don't know why I keep saying that we're playing Rocket League. We're not playing Rocket League. We're doing another one of our simulation series. This time it's MLB 10 The Show. We've got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Minnesota Twins from Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Somewhat chilly night here in Minneapolis, but it's warm by their measure. And we're gonna get started with talking about old baseball players, and don't we all love that? As Minnesota is taking the field, and we're gonna take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. Thank you for joining me on the simulation series. Very successful so far. This is our 21st broadcast of Major League Baseball. We got Brian Roberts leading off, then Adam Jones, followed by Matt Wieters. Hitting cleanup, Nick Markakis. Then a non-roided up Miguel Tejada. Nolan Reimold. Following DH is Luke Scott. Garrett Atkins at first base. And finally, Cesar Isturiz is the last batter for Baltimore. Starting for the Minnesota Twins, Scott Baker. And starting for us, well, let's take a look at the Twins' defense there. Joe Mauer, of course, Gold Glove. Nick Punto, yeah, that's another one right there. Justin Morneau, an MVP as well. So these are pretty significant players. Brian Roberts himself, an all-star. We're gonna start with the Baltimore Oriole, and it might as well be the. Oh, we're not actually no. Let's not go with the Oriole. Let's start with the Twin because, well, that's the first time we're seeing the Orioles though. Let's go with the Twin. Let's go with Scott Baker, the man on the mound for Minnesota. Batted righty, throws righty, as you can see there. 6'4", 215 pounds. When he played. Born September 19th, 1981. He is now 38 years old. Born in Shreveport, Louisiana. As he sets, winds up, and Adam Jones with a fly towards the right field foul line. And reaching over Justin Morneau. And he gets that out. Matt Wieters is up. So back to Scott Baker. Drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 36th round of the 2000 draft out of high school, and then drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the second round of the 2003 draft from Oklahoma State University. Made his Major League debut May 7, 2005 at the age of 23 versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Pitched one inning, allowed one hit. His last game ever came May 2nd, 2015 at the age of 33 versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Pitched 4 innings, allowed 7 hits, had 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 4 earned runs. So Timothy Scott Baker. Career WAR of 15.6, win-loss of 66 and 53, and a career ERA of 4.26. As it's the strike there on the outside corner. Let's see. Baker getting ready. 3 balls, 1 strike, trying not to lose this batter here. He's already got 2 outs. See if we can make this a 1-2-3 inning to start. Fouled off to the third base side. Baker coming set. Winding up in the pitch, and that is also fouled off to the third base side. Let's see what Mauer's going to try and get him to call. He's looking for something low here as Mauer gets set, and that's a grounder to second. And there's the 1-2-3 inning. Wieters thinks he was closer than what it was, but I don't think so. Well, Denard Span, Hardy, and Mauer coming up for Minnesota. Denard Span, J.J. Hardy, Joe Mauer, Hall of Famer Jim Thome batting cleanup for Minnesota. Justin Morneau, Michael Kadire, Jason Kubel, Nick Punto, and Matt Tolbert. Let's get back to Scott Baker here. Played for the Minnesota Twins, the Chicago Cubs, the Texas Rangers, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. With the Twins, he wore number 30, the Cubs number 32, the Rangers number 25, and the Dodgers number 30. The Orioles starting pitcher is, wow, I haven't seen this name in a while. It is Kevin Millwood. That'll be interesting to talk about later on. So, Baker's career transactions drafted by the Twins in 2003. Then came up with the Twins and played for them through 2012. November of 2012, he signed with the Chicago Cubs. January of 2014, signed as a free agent with the Seattle Mariners, but was released prior to spring training ending. The Rangers picked him up a few days later. He played with the Rangers. Then, January 2015, signed as a free agent with the New York Yankees. Released at the end of spring training in March. A few days later, the Los Angeles Dodgers picked up Baker in April of 2015. And that was it for his career. The man made $21,502,500, the most of which came in 2012 when the Minnesota Twins paid $6,500,000 to Scott Baker at the age of 30. So what was Baker's career year? Well, let's see here. Ooh. Okay. Fans are not liking that call. There's a lot of head shaking going on in the background. There's 3 balls, 1 strike now as Millwood tries to... he gets a second strike there on the inside corner. So now we've got a full count. Fans are already not liking this. We'll see what happens. As Millwood winds up and loses span regardless. So man on first there. Pitch track shows that. Way low and outside. 12-6 curve. And Span is on first. Let's continue on with Scott Baker. So I would say his career year came probably 2009. So 2009 he went 15-9. Well, yeah, I would say, well, although 2008. I'll say 2009 because he had a much more, he played a lot more, that's for sure. Started 33 games, 4.37 ERA, 15-9 record. Of course, that doesn't matter. Pitched 1 complete game shutout, 200 innings, 190 hits allowed, and that's a base hit down the right field line. Span moves all the way to third base, and the Twins have something going here. Man on first and third with Joe Mauer coming up. So back to Scott Baker. 97 earned runs in 2009, allowed 28 home runs, 48 walks, and had 162 strikeouts. That is a career high. Mauer takes that up high. Let's see what goes down and see if Mauer can bring in the first run of this game. 0 balls, 1 strike. Man on first and third. Millwood throws, and that is a base hit. Gets past the second baseman there. Minnesota up 1-0 here. Look at this. He just gets it past Ryan Roberts, who just couldn't make it there in time. Now, Hall of Famer Jim Thome now. This is going to be exciting here. Scott Baker, you pitched only 1 postseason, 1 game. The Minnesota Twins lost the 2010 ALDS to the New York Yankees. You pitched 1 game, 2.1 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, which was a home run, and have 2 strikeouts. So Millwood already in trouble here. And the biggest of trouble here with Jim Tomei up to bat. Tomei takes that. That's a strike low down the middle according to the umpire. Millwood, 1 ball, 2 strikes now ahead of Jim Tomei. Tomei swings and misses, does not enjoy that. And he's walking back here. Oof. So Millwood dodges 1 bullet, but here comes another. Justin Morneau. So let's get back to Scott Baker here. He went to Captain Shreve High School, which now that's a name, that's for sure. Captain Shreve High School in Shreveport, Louisiana. His number 11 was retired in 2006, and the Parent Teacher Student Association inducted him into the Circle of Honor in 2009 at his old high school. And that's a ground ball off to the side for a foul. Back on to this with Scott Baker. And that's a ground ball. Foul. Millwood maybe regaining control of this game. We'll see. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If he gets Morneau to ground someplace, it's a chance for a double play. Morneau takes that high and outside. 2-2 now. And Morneau fouls that one off the left field side. Getting back to this, Baker and his wife have 2 sons, and is devout Baptist. He's a chapel leader for Baseball Chapel in Minneapolis. So provides Christian chaplains to professional baseball teams. Interesting. That's very interesting. So that's what Scott Baker's doing. He's a devout Christian, and that's what he's doing with. And that's here's the chip. Oh, and that's a bobble at second base. So it looked like Kevin Millwood was gonna get out of this. Got Morneau into the grounder, but unfortunately Baltimore could only get the man at second. Nothing doing, trying to get Morneau at first. And Minnesota still buzzing here in the first inning against Millwood. 1-0, but there's a guy on first and third. A base hit here by Kadire. Wouldn't be that great for Baltimore, to say the least. Anyways, that's it for Scott Baker. Swing and a miss there. Weak. Let's talk about Kevin Millwood, because that's a very significant player that we haven't talked about, and I haven't thought about him in a long time. But now that I see his name and his face, I remember him. And pointing over, and the first base umpire says that he went on that check swing. I didn't think so, but he thought so. And Minnesota is done, but they get 1 run here. Maurer with the RBI. And Markakis, Tejada, and I forgot who the other guy was coming up for Baltimore. So Kevin Millwood. Pitcher, batted righty, threw righty, 6'4", 230 pounds when he played. Born December 24th, 1974. He's now 45 years old, born in Gastonia, North Carolina. Drafted by the Atlanta Braves in the 11th round of the 93 draft out of high school. Made his major league debut July 14th, 1997 at the age of 22 versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Pitched 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and got the W. His last game ever came September 12th, 2012 at the age of 37 versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Pitched 5 innings, allowed 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 200 runs, and won his last ever Major League Baseball game. Kevin Austin Millwood, one-time All-Star and won an ERA title in his career. And a broken bat foul there. 1 ball, 2 strike Baker on Markakis. And that's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The crowd didn't like that, but that was clearly a ball. Let's get back to Kevin Millwood here. Pitched 4. Let's try and organize this. And that's an inside pitch. It is ball. 3 balls, 2 strike. Full count now. Markakis versus Baker. Baker winding up, pitching, and Markakis gets that on the ground towards second. He is thrown out. That's 1 away for Minnesota. So Millwood pitched for the Atlanta Braves, the Philadelphia Phillies, the Cleveland Indians, the Texas Rangers, the Baltimore Orioles, the Colorado Rockies, and the Seattle Mariners. War number 34, while with Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Cleveland. Number 33 in Texas because, of course, number 34 is retired for Nolan Ryan. Went back to 34 in Baltimore. Number 40 for Colorado and number 25 for Seattle. The man made $89,667,793 over his career. The most being 2009 for the Texas Rangers, got paid $12,868,892. That is a very specific number, but sure. Then, as far as transactions history is concerned, Millwood drafted by the Braves in '93. 2002, December, traded by the Braves to the Philadelphia Phillies for Johnny Estrada. December 2003, re-signed with the Phillies as a free agent. That's a foul ball off to the side for Tejada, former MVP, by the way. Back to Kevin Millwood. Signed as a free agent with the Indians in January of 2005. February 2006, signed with the Texas Rangers, and a little trouble there at short, and Tejada is safe. So already some bobbles to start the game. Man on for Baltimore. Nolan Reimold now. Back to Kevin Millwood. December 2009, traded by the Texas Rangers with cash to the Baltimore Orioles for a player to be named later. And Chris Ray, the O's, sent Ben Snyder, who ended up buried in the minors, to the Rangers to complete the trade. March 2011, he signed as a free agent with the New York Yankees. Then the Yankees let him go by May 2011. Signed with the Red Sox. Didn't even play a single game with the Red Sox. He was released in August 2011. Then he signed with the Rockies a couple days later in August and played a few games with them. January 2012, signed with Seattle. Played with them. Started 28 games for the Mariners, and that was it for Kevin Millwood's career. Man, I completely forgot about this guy. He was pretty significant. I mean, on the Braves for sure. So, well, let's get back to this. Tejada now. Remaining at first. Maurer behind the plate there. You don't want to run on him. And that's a ground ball off to the side. First base. We're going to try this again here. 2-2 for Reimold and Baker here. And that is shot off to the side. Right with the base hit. Tejada going all the way to third base, and he just slides it there and hangs on to the third base bag with his foot. So a guy on first and third. One out here for Baltimore, looking to tie this game. Luke Scott up to bat now. So what was the year for Kevin Millwood? What was the season for him? Well, in 2005, although the Indians, I mean, he went 9-11. The 2005 Indians team won 93 games. He went 9-11, but win-loss, whatever. But he had a 2.86 ERA and won an ERA title in the American League. That's pretty significant there. Finished 6th in Cy Young voting. Well, if I had to say, it would probably be his 1999 season. So Kevin Millwood in 1999 went 18-7, 2.68 ERA while pitching for the Atlanta Braves. Started 33 games, 2 complete games, 228 innings pitched. That's a career high. About 168 hits, and Baker loses Scott. So now the bases are loaded here. Scott's not very happy, or Baker's not very happy with the umpire. He's Joe Mauer going out to calm down his pitcher. There's only one out still, but there's still a chance that a ground ball can get him out of this. Garrett Atkins up to bat now. Bases loaded with one out here. Baltimore with their chance to break open this game. And that's a strike. So maybe things are okay between this relationship of Baker and the umpire here. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they've made up. That's a first pitch strike. Mauer setting up outside. And that's a base hit shooting off to the right side of the infield. 1 run scores. And the game is tied 1-1. Still 1 out for the Orioles. They are buzzing at the moment. So back here to Kevin Millwood. So in his 99 season, allowed 68 earned runs, 24 home runs, 59 walks, and 205 strikeouts. That is the most in a single season for him. Look at, and that's a ground ball to first. Morneau to second, back to first, and he is safe at first. So Baltimore able to get that second run to come in. Brian Roberts up now. Man on third. The All-Star coming up here. Chance to add another run to Baltimore's lead here. Baker throwing back to first. I don't know if I'd be too concerned there, but of course, the man moves to second. There's a chance Roberts could drive in too. But I'd focus completely on Roberts here. That's a strike for Baker. Back to Kevin Millwood. His walks plus hits per innings pitched, .996, which led the National League in 1999. So he was basically allowing less than a batter per inning there. So it earned him an All-Star spot. Finished third in Cy Young voting and 26th in MVP voting in 1999. So Kevin Millwood pitched in 4 postseason, 6 series during his career. That's a grounder off to the third base side, foul. Baker now, 1 ball, 2 strikes, hoping to punch out Roberts here. Roberts, fly ball to center field. That is caught. And the Orioles are done here, but they score 2. 2-1, Baltimore. So Kevin Millwood back to work here finally. And we're going to keep talking about this, man. So 4 postseasons. 1999, the Braves lost the World Series to the New York Yankees. 2000, the Braves lost the Division Series to the St. Louis Cardinals. 2001, the Braves lost the NLCS to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And 2002, the Braves lost the Division Series to the San Francisco Giants. Millwood, over the course of his postseason career, 3.92 ERA. Started 7 games, completed 1, got a save, 41 innings pitched, 33 hits, 20 runs, 18 of them earned, 7 home runs, 6 walks, 38 strikeouts, and a .944 walks and hits per innings pitched. So Nick Punto up to bat now for Minnesota. 1 out here. So we'll look to Wikipedia on more about Kevin Millwood. So Kevin Austin Millwood. Let's see what you got here. He pitched a no-hitter on April 27, 2003 while with the Philadelphia Phillies. And he pitched in a combined no-hitter on June 8th, 2012, his final season with the Seattle Mariners. In 2012, Millwood became the 67th pitcher to record 2,000 career strikeouts. And as far as his personal life is concerned, he got married, and I'm just trying to see if there's anything more his post-playing career here. Announced his retirement in 2013. And yeah, so as far as that combined no-hitter, it was against the LA Dodgers, and he started that game, pitched 6 innings, but had to leave due to a groin injury. Charlie Furbush, Stephen Pryor, Lucas Luque, Brandon League, and Tom Wilhelmson pieced it together for the Mariners after that. He was put on the DL, or the IL now, the injured list, in September with soreness in his shoulder, and that was it for Kevin Millwood's baseball career. So the man played a long time, from the age of 22 to the age of 37, 16 years in Major League Baseball. The only thing that I guess would have eluded him was a World Series championship. Had a shot at it, at the very least, with the Braves. In 1999, he pitched 1 game in the World Series. Only 2 innings, allowed 8 hits and 4 earned runs. So I would assume he started the game and was completely rocked by that dynastic Yankees team. So that's it for Kevin Millwood. That's all we're going to talk about him. So I've got to choose a Minnesota Twin now. I'd prefer not a significant one like Joe Mauer. Justin Morneau is pretty significant too. So let me take a look at this 2010 Twins lineup here. I guess we could, well, no. How about Matt Wieters up. We're going to choose one of these guys on the Twins. Let's go with Michael Kadire. Why not? Let's have some fun here. Michael Kadire, right fielder, first baseman, and third baseman over the course of his career. And that ball is rocked to center field. It's got a chance, and that is gone. A home run for Baltimore. Look at this shot here. Matt Wieters giving a ride to Scott Baker here. He got all of that, and you could hear it too. You could hear that one. There was no doubt about it. 427 feet into that batter's eye forest that they got here at Target Field. Nick Markakis now, as the Orioles have extended their lead against the Twins. Baker now down 3-1. He's got one out. This Twins team aren't slackers. They can score, but Orioles already given the punch in the mouth early on in the first 3 innings. Well, let's get back to Michael Cuddyer. So batted righty, threw righty, 6'2", 220 pounds. Born March 27th, 1979. He is now 41 years old. Born in Norfolk, Virginia. Drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the first round, 9th overall of the 97 draft out of high school. Made his major league debut September 23rd, 2001 at the age of 22 versus the Cleveland Indians. Had 2 at-bats and his first major league hit. Cuddyer's last game ever came October 3rd, 2015 at the age of 36 versus the Washington Nationals. Had 3 at-bats and didn't get a hit in that final game there. So Michael Brent Cuddyer. You can follow him on Twitter at mcuddy23. Played for the Minnesota Twins, the Colorado Rockies, and the New York Mets over the course of his career. Oh, that's a fly ball to right. And that's it for the Orioles here in this inning. 3-1. Wieters with a home run to give the Orioles a 2-run lead. Span, Hardy, and Maurer. Top of the order coming up for the Twins. Back to Michael Cuddyer. Career WAR of 17.8. 5,488 career at-bats, 1,522 hits, 197 home runs, and 277 career batting average. 2-time All-Star, won a Silver Slugger, and a batting title. The man made $79,332,498 over the course of his career. Cuddyer making the most 2011 through 2014, $10,500,000 per year paid by the Minnesota Twins and then the Colorado Rockies. And that's a ground ball to short. 1 out here. Span thrown out. So Cuddyer drafted in 97 with the Twins, came up with them. Then December 2011 left for Colorado. November 2014 off to New York to play for the Mets. And December 2015 he voluntarily retired from the New York Mets. So what was Cuddyer's career year? And that's a fly ball to left. Quick 2 outs here for Minnesota. Millwood retired 7 straight batters. He has definitely settled into this game after some trouble in the first. Now Joe Mauer coming up. Mauer, of course, a former MVP, 6-time All-Star, won 3 Gold Gloves. We're not here to talk about Joe Mauer. We're going to talk about Michael Cuddyer. As Maurer grounds to short, thrown out, and that's it for the Twins. Nothing doing here against Kevin Millwood. Reimold, Scott, and Atkins coming up for Baltimore. So Kadire, career year. Would have to say that's 2013 season in Colorado. 2013. And the most he ever played in a single season was 157 games in 2010. 2009 wasn't a bad season either for this man. That 2009 season is 2013. He did win a batting title at 331 batting average, but he only played 130 games. So he missed 32 games, made the All-Star team for the Rockies, finished 20th in MVP voting and got a Silver Slugger. But his 2009 season, he finished 21st in MVP voting and played 153 games, 588 at-bats, 93 runs scored, 162 hits. He had 165 in 2010. 32 home runs, 7 triples, 34 doubles, 94 RBI. He had 2006, he had 109. 6 stolen bases, 118 strikeouts, and a 276 batting average. 342 on base percentage. So his 2009 season was pretty darn good. And then that 2006 season as well was sneaky good too. 150 games played, 41 doubles, 158 hits, 24 home runs, and 109 RBI, 130 strikeouts, 284 batting average, 362 on base percentage, 504 slugging. So you can pinpoint, you could easily pick 2013. Maybe it would have been if he played 32 more games or even just 20 more games. Those numbers would have filled out even more. But 2009, 2006 are great seasons as well for him. And 2010 too. 2010 wasn't that bad either. But his 2013 season, but the injuries, of course, he suffered from them. He only played 49 games in 2014 and then off to New York. And I would assume that's the same issues he had with the Mets. By that point, he was 36 years old. The Twins not able to get that double play. Pretty close there at first. So Atkins is up now for Baltimore. 1 out here, man on first. On a fielder's choice. So Atkins with a drive to left field. And that's gone. Oh, man. Minnesota losing control of this game already. Baltimore adding another 2 to their lead here. Atkins, wow, that was quite a shot there. It just wouldn't stop going. A little bit of a bat flip there. We all kind of like that, don't we? Cesar Istures now coming up for the Orioles. And Baker has given up 5 runs. It's only the top of the 4th inning here. We'll see what the Twins do. I would assume. And that's a ball off to right field. Caught. So now there are 2 outs here. That was a bit of trouble there. The right fielder, Kadire, having a little trouble. We're talking about you, dude. We're talking about you. Had a little trouble getting to that. Almost went past him. Great play by him to get it, because if not, that would have surely been 2. A 2-bagger there. Brian Roberts now. 2 outs for the Baltimore Orioles. That's a swing and a miss there. Baker trying to get out of this and get the Twins back on offense, but Kevin Millwood has settled down in this game, and I'm not liking the chances here. Swing and a miss there from Brian Roberts. Baker now. Sets, winds, and pitches. That's a ball high. Back to Michael Cuddyer. Played in 7 postseasons, 10 series in his career. 2002, the Twins lost the ALCS to the Anaheim Angels. That's a ground ball to first. Morneau takes it, and the Twins are done. But the Orioles tack on 2 more with a home run. 5-1 now. Hall of Famer Jim Thome, Justin Morneau, and Michael Cuddyer coming up for Minnesota. Back to Cuddier's career. Kevin Millwood back on the mound here. Michael Cuddyer, yes, the Twins lost the ALCS to the Anaheim Angels in 2002. 2003, the Twins lost the ALDS to the New York Yankees. 2004, the Twins lost the ALDS to the New York Yankees. 2006, the Twins lost the ALDS to the Oakland A's. 2009, the Twins lost the ALDS to New York Yankees. 2010, the Twins lost the ALDS to the New York Yankees. There's a theme here. The Twins just keep losing the ALDS to the New York Yankees, and that is something that continues to this day. Continuing on here, 2015, the Mets lost the 2015 World Series to the Kansas City Royals. So Cuddyer had played 1 game in the World Series, had 3 at-bats and 3 strikeouts, and that was it for him. And his career, really, that was the end of his career. So his last ever Major League at-bat didn't come on October 3rd, 2015. It came in the World Series. Well, back to Wikipedia now as Jim Thome swings and misses, and he is out on strikes once more. And he's talked a bit to the umpire in both of his strikeouts here. Justin Morneau with couple words to the catcher there. We'll see what goes down. As I don't see much nefariousness with the catcher here, but or the umpire really. As Millwood hits that for a strike, and yeah, he's dealing now. He's fully in control of this game. Millwood winds, pitches. That's a ball high outside. 1-1 now. Millwood. They're looking low here. Catcher as Millwood gets Morneau to fly to center field. Center fielder under that. Gets the out. So Millwood, 10 straight batters retired now since that first inning. Michael Cuddyer, we're still talking about you, dude. You were inducted to the Twins Hall of Fame on August 19th, 2017. And that's a grounder to second. Roberts takes care of Cuddyer easily there. And Baltimore coming up. Adam Jones, Matt Wieters, Nick Markakis. The next guy's coming up. Adam Jones, he's 0 for 2. That's fine. The Orioles have still scored 5 runs regardless here against Timothy Scott Baker. That's a... Ooh. It's past the catcher, ball 1. As we're trying to see what Cuddyer has done with his post-playing career. Well, we got some interesting thing here. He's deaf in his left ear since he was 11 years old due to a virus when he was a kid. And but that didn't impede him in his baseball career, and it didn't really, for sure, because this man played a solid 15 years, age 22 through 36. If there was an issue, he would have been out of the league a long time ago. But the man has his accolades, has some hardware, a Silver Slugger, a batting title, 2 All-Star appearances. A pretty solid career. So, here's to you, Michael Kadire. Hope you do something with your post-playing career. In baseball, at the very least. Probably. Or just enjoying retirement and that sweet, sweet cash that he made over his career. As that's a base hit to center field. So Weeder's on. He's having a good game so far. Oh, that was Adam Jones. I'm sorry. What was I doing? Oh, and so that's it for Baker. Francisco Liriano coming up now. Why did I think that Weeders was up? Maybe I got ahead of myself there. I thought Jones had gotten out, but he didn't. And he's on at first. Matt Weeders, he's already got a home run today. We'll see what he does here against Liriano. And we'll talk about Matt Weeders. Well, I don't want to talk about a guy that's still active. Technically, Adam Jones is not in Major League Baseball right now. So I could talk about him. But I don't know. If it's too recent. I want a player that's been out of the game for at least 5 years. I think that would be a little more fair here for this line of players here. Cesar Isturiz, he's on the team. Let's talk about him. So Cesar Isturiz played shortstop, second base, and third base over his career. Switch hitter, through righty, 5'9", 180 pounds when he played. Born February 10th, 1980, is now 40 years old, out of Barquisimeto, Venezuela. Signed as an amateur free agent. Made his Major League debut June 23rd, 2001 at the age of 21 versus the Boston Red Sox. That's a grounder to second. And a nice play there to get the out. So Jones moves up to second. Marquez, now I can't talk anymore. I was trying to pronounce Barquisimeto, and I've lost all feeling in my tongue. Back to this now. Isturiz, Major League debut, June 23rd, 2001 versus the Boston Red Sox. 4 at-bats, got his first Major League hit. His last game ever came September 29, 2013 at the age of 33 versus the Pittsburgh Pirates, had 3 at-bats in his last 2 Major League hits. So, Cesar David Isturiz, he is the brother of Maicer Isturiz, who played from 2004 through 2014, and we'll talk about him sometime. He'll definitely show up at some point for us in this series of simulation games, as he played a lot for the Angels and briefly with Montreal and Toronto. But we're here to talk about Cesar. So that's a foul ball off to the left field side. So Isturiz made 1 All-Star team and won a Gold Glove. Career WAR of 6.1, 4,350 at-bats. Swing and a miss there as Marquez goes down. So that ball would have just caught some of that strike zone on the outside. So Miguel Tejada now. We're back to Isturiz. 1,103 career hits, 17 home runs, and a 254 batting average. So So transaction history here. So 96, signed as a free agent by the Blue Jays. December 2001, traded by the Blue Jays with Paul Quantrill to the Los Angeles Dodgers for Chad Ricketts, who was buried in the minors, and Luke Prokopek. July 31st, 2006, traded by the Dodgers to the Chicago Cubs for Greg Maddux. July 19th, 2007, purchased by the Pittsburgh Pirates from the Chicago Cubs. Man, that guy was traded for a Hall of Famer. Purchased by the Pirates from the Chicago Cubs. November 2007, signed as a free agent with the St. Louis Cardinals. December 2008, signed as a free agent with the Baltimore Orioles. January 2011, re-signed with the Orioles. December 2011, signed with the Milwaukee Brewers. August 2012, selected off waivers by the Washington Nationals from the Milwaukee Brewers. January 2013, signed as a free agent with the Cincinnati Reds. January 2014, signed as a free agent with the Houston Astros. And before spring training of at the end of spring training in 2014, released by the Astros, Cesar Izturis made $21,433,500 over the course of his careers, the most coming in 2007. Paid $4,150,000 by the Chicago Cubs, and that is a fly ball to center and an out there, and the Orioles are done here in this inning. Still up 5-1. Kubo, Punto, and Tolbert coming up for the Twins, trying to get something going here. Back to Cesar Izturis. Played for the Toronto Blue Jays, war number 2. Then the Los Angeles Dodgers, war number 3. Number 3 with the Chicago Cubs. Number 13 and number 3 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Number 3 with the Cardinals, the Orioles, the Brewers. And that is a home run. Hey now. Kubo. The Twins adding another. 5-2 now. Maybe this will get them going here as Millwood, let's see where that pitch was. It's an opposite field shot, 363 feet into the left field seats there in Minnesota. Nick Punto up now. Let's get back to Cesar Izturis here. Where was I? Yes, he number 3 with he wore number 6 with the Washington Nationals, and then number 3 with the Cincinnati Reds. So what was this man's career year? Well, although he made an all-star team in 2005 with the LA Dodgers, he only played 106 games. Had 114 hits there. He got a Gold Glove in 2004, though. And really, his 2004 season, I would say, is his career year. Let's take a look at this. So, that's a strike. Ooh, man, where was that? That was high on the outside corner. I didn't think he caught the plate there, but, well, according to the umpire, he did. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And that's low, below the knees. 2-2. So Cesar Izturis in 2004, 670 at-bats, scored 90 runs, 193 hits. And that's swing and a miss there for Punto. Look at this pitch by Millwood. Gets him to swing on that high pitch. Matt Tolbert now. He's 0 for 1 today. There's a scratch to his groin region for some reason. And coming up here. Back to Izturis. He had 32 doubles in 2004, 9 triples, 4 home runs. Drove in 62. Pretty much all of these are career highs. Had 25 stolen bases, 43 walks, 70 strikeouts, a 288 batting average, 330 on base percentage, and 255 total bases, and he won a Gold Glove. So that was clearly his career year in 2004 with the Dodgers. His Torres only played in one postseason. In 2004, the Dodgers lost the NLDS to the St. Louis Cardinals. His Torres played 4 games, had 17 at-bats, scored a run, got 3 hits, a double, a walk, and 2 strikeouts, a 176 batting average. So let's take a look at if he's done anything with his post-playing career, or if there's any other tidbits we should know about. So he is the half-brother of Maicer Istúriz. So they're not even full brothers. Half-brother there. Let's see. He resides, I don't know if he resides now in Venezuela, but maybe. His son, Cesar Daniel, signed as an amateur free agent or international free agent with the Mariners in 2016. So we'll see what happens. I'm surprised it wasn't the Toronto Blue Jays, because they seem to be signing everybody's sons nowadays. I mean, he played for the Blue Jays coming up with his career, so that kind of surprises me, to be honest now. Well, that's it. That's all I got on this guy. So that's an Oriole. Let's head back to the Baltimore side. Who should we talk about now? Well, the Twins with the guy on, as Span fouls that one off. Millwood got a 1-2 count now, as that is a base hit. So Minnesota with the man on first and second here, trying to get a rally going, as the fans are also maybe getting back into this game. That home run given up by Millwood and brought some life back into the Twins here. As J.J. Hardy, now he's already 1 for 2. Single early on in this game. We'll see what goes down here as Millwood sets, pitches, and that's ball 1 on the outside. And that's a foul ball off towards the right field side. Well, I guess we could talk about J.J. Hardy since he's up. That's a base hit up the middle. Roberts, oh, what a fantastic behind the back throw. And that's 2. That is a fantastic play by Brian Roberts. And the Orioles get out of the inning. The Twins rally is over. Wow, what a crucial play at a crucial moment by Brian Roberts. Why didn't we see a replay of that? Where's the producer? Seriously, we should have seen like 10 angles of that play, because it was beautiful. Well, Francisco Liriano back up now, as the Twins will try and keep the Orioles from scoring more. They got 1 on Millwood. We'll see what goes down here in the 6th. So back to J.J. Hardy. He played for both of these teams. Really, he played for 3 teams over the course of his career. The Milwaukee Brewers, the Minnesota Twins, and the Baltimore Orioles. Wore number 7 with Milwaukee, number 27 with the Twins, and number 2 with the Orioles. So J.J. Hardy, shortstop, batted righty, threw righty, 6'1", 200 pounds when he played. Born August 19th, 1982 in Tucson, Arizona. Drafted by the Brewers. Oh yeah, he's 37 years old right now. Drafted by the Brewers in the 2nd round of the 2001 draft out of high school. Made his major league debut April 4th, 2005 at the age of 22 versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Had 4 at-bats, and his first major league hit drove in his first ever 2 RBIs. His last game ever came October 1st, 2017 at the age of 35 versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Had 3 at-bats and no hits. And that's a foul ball off to the first base side. So Hardy, James Jerry Hardy, played for Team USA, a professional team in the 18 and under team. And that's a fly ball off to the left field side. And that is an out for Minnesota here. Let's get back to Hardy, 2-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove winner, won a Silver Slugger, career WAR of 28.1, 5,805 at-bats, 1,488 hits, 188 home runs, and a 256 batting average. That is a pretty good career, if I do say so myself. It's a foul ball. Third base coach avoiding that one for the O's. So Hardy, transaction history, drafted by the Brewers in 2001. November 2009, traded by the Brewers to the Minnesota Twins for Carlos Gomez. December 2010, traded by the Twins with Brendan Harris to the Baltimore Orioles for Brett Jacobson, who ended up buried in the minors, and Jim Hoey. One fan very vocal about Laureano trying to strike this guy out. And then that was it for J.J. Hardy's career. The man made $80,321,000 over his career, $14 million of which came in 2017, the most he got paid, and that was by the Baltimore Orioles. So what was his career year? Good question. I would say, and I think a lot of people would say, that 2013 season. Let's take a look at this. So 2013, J.J. Hardy, and that's a grounder to third and an out. So that is it for the Orioles. Laureano stopping them here as the Twins, their big boppers, Joe Mauer, Jim Tomei, and Justin Morneau coming up, trying to get the Twins back into this game. Let's get back to J.J. Hardy play us 159 games, 601 at-bats in 2013, 66 runs scored, 158 hits. That's not a career high. He had the most in 2007, 164. 27 doubles. He had more in 2008 with 31. No triples. He had 4 in 2008. Now I'm looking at 2008 season. I'm like, well, that was a pretty good season too. Actually, his 2008 season might have been better, to be honest. But now that I'm looking at it, wow, his 2008 and 2007 season may have actually been better than this season. So, he got the hardware in 2013. He made an All-Star team, won a Gold Glove, and a Silver Slugger. But 2008 and 2007. So 2008, he hit a 283 batting average. Struck out a lot more, though. He had 98 strikeouts. He had 73 in 2013. 40 walks, 80 RBI. That's the most in his career. He had in 2011, he also got 80. 26 home runs. That's the most in his career. He had a triple there. 30 doubles, 164 hits. That's the most in his career. Scored 89 runs. That's also the most in his career. So that 2007 season whoa. Now that I'm thinking about it, the 2007 season was better than his 2013 season. So, yeah. I have to give it to 2007. 2013 may have gotten him some awards, but 2007, that's J.J. Hardy. So it's a grounder off to the third base side. It's foul there. So there's 2 outs here for the Twins. Not looking good here against Kevin Millwood. He's still in this game, and he's taking care of MVPs and a Hall of Famer there. And Morneau 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Let's get back to J.J. Hardy. Played in, and that's a strikeout. Morneau not liking that call, but he walks away. And the Stewart, Roberts, and Jones, the Twins, running out of time here in this game. So J.J. Hardy played in 5 postseasons, 7 series in his career. 2008, the Brewers lost the NLDS to the Philadelphia Phillies. 2010, the Twins lost the ALDS to New York Yankees. 2012, the Orioles lost the ALDS to the New York Yankees. 2014, the Orioles lost the ALCS to the Kansas City Royals. And 2016, the Orioles lost the wild card game to the Toronto Blue Jays. So the man hit .225 in the postseason, 7 RBI, 1 home run, 5 doubles, and 18 hits. That was it for his postseason career. Let's see what Wikipedia can drum up here for J.J. Hardy. As apparently my autocorrect corrected J.J. Hardy as just hard. Which, all right, phone. You do what you do. I'm not going to shame you for that one. Actually, it's actually kind of funny. Back to this now. As Liriano wanted that one, didn't get that one. Here against the Baltimore Orioles. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here. Liriano pitches, and that's a strikeout. Isuris not liking that one, thought that was way too inside and low. But no, he's got to walk away. I'm not Matt Vasgersian nor Dave Campbell, nor am I Rex Hoodler. I'm Francisco, and this is Sports Goofs. Our Major League Baseball simulation of the day. Brian Roberts, he's 0 for 3 today. So J.J. Hardy, what was I going to talk about? He was an All-American selection in 2001 when he was in high school. 3-time Gold Glove winner, 2012 through 2014. We talked about his All-Star appearances, his Silver Slugger. He's got a family. His dad was a professional tennis player. His mom was a professional golfer. His brother was in the Army. And he married a softball player. So a lot of sports run through sports and athleticism, and a lot of stuff runs through that man's blood. Okay. Oh, and that ball was thrown away there. So there's some issues going on here in Minnesota. Adam Jones makes it to second. Matt Wieters coming up here. We already talked about his home run earlier. Baltimore Orioles can, if they add one more run, you might as well, I think, put this game away. Now, I said that yesterday. Between the Royals and the Dodgers. I said that maybe 10 runs would be enough for, yes, 10 runs would be enough for the Royals to win that game. It required more than that. The Royals did win that game, but they needed about 14 in order to put away the Dodgers yesterday. And that's a base hit down the left field line. Adam Jones is going to score. 6-2 now. Minnesota, massive hit there for Matt Wieters. Nick Markakis now. And I'm looking at Matt Wieters as the player of the game so far. He's got that big home run to start things off and a big double bringing in a run here. So Liriano couldn't keep the Orioles at bay. That's a strike high here against Markakis. But Orioles are buzzing. A little bit. It's not really buzzing. Yeah, I'll take that back. I will take that back. So who can we talk about now? So we talked about Hardy, who's both a twin and an Oriole, but he's a twin here, so I have to go with an Oriole. And that's a fly towards left. Left fielder under that. And that's it for Baltimore, but they tack on one more. Minnesota coming up, Kadire, Kubel, and Punto. Trying to, get this game going here. So Kadire 0 for 2, strikeout we talked about yet today. 7th inning stretch happened very shortly in this one. And here we go, swing and a miss there. We'll be looking at the Twins taking a lot more chances, big cuts here to try and get Millwood to make a mistake. That may just be playing into his hand. As Kadire swings high on that one, catcher calling everybody off, and even though nobody's near him, and he gets that. So, like I said, Kadire going for a high pitch there, and he pops out to the catcher. We'll see what happens here for Kubel. Trying to get the Twins back in this. It's a first pitch strike. So he's a little more patient than Kadire was here against Kevin Millwood. That's a ball. Ball, one strike there. That was outside and high. Millwood against Kubel. 6-2. Baltimore leading Minnesota here. Target field in Minneapolis. That's a fly ball off to the left field side just beyond third base. And is that going to stay fair? It does. Third baseman reaches over the tarp and gets the out. Nick Punto now. He's 0 for 2 today. We'll see what he does here for Minnesota. So Millwood in control completely of this game. That's a strike right down the middle. So Millwood set, winds, throws, and that's a foul ball off to the third base side. So 0 balls, 2 strikes now. Millwood doing a great job so far in this game. That's a grounder off to the first base side and foul. Millwood getting back to work here. 0 balls, 2 strikes still. Catcher setting up outside a little bit. Acts high and inside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes here against Punto. Millwood sets, throws, and strikes him out. Punto cannot get to it. And Minnesota done here in the 7th. On to the 8th, Tejada, Reimold, and Scott for Baltimore. 6-2. The Twins have made a change. Liriano is out. Jesse Crane is coming in. And that's a perfect guy we could talk about. Jesse Crane. Pitcher. Batted righty, threw righty. 6'1", 215 pounds when he played. Born July 5th, 1981. He is now 38 years old. From Toronto, Canada. Drafted by the Minnesota Twins in the 2nd round of the 2002 draft out of the University of Houston. Made his Major League debut August 5th, 2004. At the age of 23 versus the Anaheim Angels. Pitched 1.1 innings, allowed 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. His last game ever came June 29, 2013. At the age of 31 versus the Cleveland Indians. Pitched 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, and took the loss. Played for Team USA, so although he was born in Canada, he is identifies himself as an American. He is Jesse Allen Crane. You can follow him on Twitter at Jesse Crane. Made one All-Star team, played for 2 teams in his career. The Minnesota Twins wore number 28, and the Chicago White Sox wore number 26. He had a career WAR of 11.4, a win-loss record of 45-30, and a career ERA of 3.05. The man, let's see, look at transaction history. Drafted by the Twins in 2002. December 2010, signed with the Chicago White Sox. December 2013, signed with the Houston Astros. Didn't come up or play for them. January 2015, signed with the Chicago White Sox, but didn't come up or play for them that season. And that was it for his career. Made $22,182,000 in his career. Jesse Crane got paid the most in 2012 and 2013. Made $4,500,000 with the Chicago White Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Where did the Rays come up in this? Oh, in July 2013, he was sent to the Rays by the White Sox as part of a conditional deal. And he didn't play a single game with Tampa Bay in 2013. That's interesting. I want to figure out what the heck happened there. Hold on, we're gonna do a little something different here. I'm gonna jump straight into his Wikipedia page because I am now interested in this. And Crane gives up a base hit there. Now there's a man on first and second for Baltimore. So he's not doing a particularly good job right now. I just want to see what went down. So he was selected to the All-Star team in 2013, but he was injured and was replaced by Justin Masterson. The Rays picked him up. He was activated off the injured list on September 23rd, but he didn't appear for the Rays in the rest of that season, nor in the Rays' postseason run. And that's a base hit, and Baltimore tacks on another run. 7-2 now, here in the 8th inning. So Crane not looking so hot here. Garrett Atkins up to bat. He's 2 for 3. He's already got a home run and driven in 3. So let's get back to this. So the man just couldn't shake off his injury history. He played for he played for Canada in the World Baseball Classic. Really? So how come it showed that he's American in the other one? Whatever. That might be Baseball Reference's mistake. I'm not sure. But yeah, he represented Canada in 2006 and 2009. So why does it show him as Team USA on Baseball Reference? That's odd, and I think that's a mistake. Huh. Well, I don't see much else for his post-playing career. Played in the minors, of course, high school and college. Played baseball, basketball, and football while in high school. He attended high school in Boulder, Colorado. And that's it for me there with Jesse Crane's Wikipedia page. We'll get back to his stats here. Career WAR of 11.4. Did I say this already? I did say this already. Let's get back to what was his career year? I mean, as a reliever in 2013, he pitched 38 games. And look at this, a .74 ERA. 36.2 innings pitched, allowed 31 hits, only 3 earned runs, 11 walks, 1 intentional, 46 strikeouts. So that he was a fantastic reliever for Chicago. That's why he got that All-Star bid there. It's unfortunate he got injured and wouldn't play another game in Major League Baseball after that. So the man was 31 probably at the peak of his prime, as Jose Mijares is in now for the Twins, as things are really falling apart here. And it doesn't look like the Twins will come back into this game. It is now bases loaded, no outs, 7-2 game. And we'll see if this Mijares guy can get Minnesota out of this freaking mess. They're down 5. It's just getting bad. It's just getting bad for them. So he gets set, winds, pitches, and nothing doing there. That's a ball here against Istures. So runners are leading off of the bag here. And that is a ball. Just below the knees there. Mijares doesn't believe that one, but here we are. 3 balls, no strikes here. Chance for the Orioles to get another run here with a walk. And that's a strike high on the outside corner. Here, Cesar Istures versus Mijares on the mound for Minnesota. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see what happens here. Winds, pitches, and that ball is high. And the Baltimore Orioles have scored another run via a walk. So bases are still loaded. There are still no outs. Brian Roberts up. He's 0 for 4. If he's going to get a hit and contribute to this game, offensively, he had a fantastic defensive play earlier in this game. But offensively, if he wants to contribute to this game, now's the chance. That's a ball. So this guy can't find the plate either for Minnesota. This is getting really bad here. He gets set, winds, delivers, and that's fouled off by Roberts. That probably would have been a strike, so I can't fault him for swinging, although I probably would be taking all the way here if I was him. As he fouls that one off. Pitch to the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Roberts. Not having a great day at the plate, but Baltimore doesn't need him to have a great day right now, as he fouls another one off. So we're back here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded, no outs for Baltimore. A game that is completely blown wide open for them. Another foul ball off to the first base side for Roberts. So that's 3 in a row here. So he's hanging in here against Mijares. Mijares sets, winds, delivers, and another foul ball for Roberts off to the right field side. Here we go now. Roberts versus Mijares. Mijares winds, delivers, and that is low. Below the knees, 2 balls, 2 strikes here. A little mini battle here between Brian Roberts and Jose Mijares. Mijares delivers and finally gets Roberts to strike out on pitch on the inside. Roberts not happy about his performance at the plate, but it's okay, dude. It's okay today. Adam Jones now, he's already 2 for 4 today. He's already got a double. As Minnesota is still in trouble here. That's a grounder to second. And thrown out at first is Jones, but another run comes in for Baltimore, is now 9-2. So that's we're getting close to another game with the team scoring double-digit runs here. If Matt Wieters can drive another, he's 2 for 4, home run and double, and I would say he's the player of the game so far today. So Mijares winds, delivers, and that's a strike high. Chest high there against Wieters. Istures taking his lead off second. Mijares sets, winds, delivers, and that's a grounder to third. A line out, and the Orioles are done, but they've got another run. Another couple runs, really. I mean, sheesh, man, this is ridiculous. 9-2. They've got 10 hits, no errors. Minnesota, 2 runs scored on 4 hits with 1 error. Matt Tolbert now. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. And yeah, we'll see what the Twins can do. Millwood is still on the mound. He is still dealing. There's no reason to take him out now. We'll see if he goes for the complete game. I would like to see that. As once again, there's no reason to take him out. He's got a 7-run cushion. He could give up 4 and still be out there and get his complete game victory. Looks like that's it for Millwood. Mark Hendrickson now coming in for the Baltimore Orioles. So Millwood's night is done, but he had a fantastic game. As Baltimore not taking any chances with a 7-run lead. I don't know. And weirder things have happened in our simulation series. We've seen outstanding comebacks before. Heck, the Twins had such a game against the San Francisco Giants. And now that I'm thinking about it, the Twins have not had great pitching in the 2 games they've been featured in our simulation broadcast here. They lost big time. Well, not really big time. They scored a ton of runs themselves, but they gave up a ton of runs against the Giants, and there was a blown save by Joe Nathan at the Metrodome. And here at Target Field, there was nothing doing at all for the Twins offense. So that's a grounder to short. Let's see, a nice flip to second. Roberts cannot get Span at first, but a nice flip at short. To get the lead runner for the Orioles. J.J. Hardy. Now we talked about you today, dude. We talked about you. Let me get back to... I'm trying to get another player to talk about here before this game ends. I feel like I can get in one more. I've talked about a lot of players. This game has lasted a good while. It's still the bottom of the 8th inning. The Twins still have one more at bat, so I think I can get one more player in. Now, I'll go with Mark Hendrickson, the guy on the mound for Baltimore. So Mark Hendrickson, pitcher, batted lefty, threw lefty, 6'9". That man is tall, 240 pounds, and he gets a strikeout there. Born June 23rd, 1974. He's now 45 years old, born in Mount Vernon, Washington. Drafted by the Atlanta Braves in the 13th round of the 92 draft out of high school. Then drafted by the San Diego Padres in the 21st round of the 93 draft out of Washington State University. Then drafted by the Atlanta Braves in the 32nd round of the 94 draft out of Washington State. Oh my goodness. Then drafted by the Detroit Tigers in the 16th round of the 95 draft. Then the Texas Rangers in the 19th round of the 96 draft. And finally, the Toronto Blue Jays in the 20th round of the 97 draft. So these major league teams were eyeing this guy from 92 through 97. He finally signed with the Blue Jays. I'm sure he wanted to complete his degree at Washington State, and so he did. Let's continue on here. He made his major league debut August 6, 2002 at the age of 28 versus the Seattle Mariners. Pitched .1 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and 5 earned runs. Dear Lord, that is not very good. His last game ever came August 28, 2011 at the age of 37 versus the New York Yankees. Pitched 1 inning, 2 hits, and 1 earned run. I'm just imagining the scouts in the war room when they're drafting players and just like, this guy, he's 6'9". We have to draft him. And I honestly believe if he wasn't a really tall dude, I don't think he would he would have garnered so much attention by teams. I'm thinking like they wanted him to kind of be like Randy Johnson in a way. Well, anyways, Hendrickson gets the Twins out here in the 8th. 9th inning now, Markakis, Tejada, and Reimold for the Orioles. We'll see if they can get to double digits in this inning. Let's get back to Mark Hendrickson here. Mark Allen Hendrickson. Let's see. Career WAR of 4.2, 58-74 win-loss record, and a 5.03 ERA. Played for the Toronto Blue Jays, WAR number 43. The Tampa Bay Rays, WAR number 30. The Los Angeles Dodgers, WAR number 30. The Florida Marlins, WAR number 30. The Baltimore Orioles, WAR number 27 and number 31. Let's get back to this transaction history. And yeah, we talked about his drafting. December 2003, yes, he came up with the Blue Jays, but he was traded as part of a 3-team trade by the Blue Jays to the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rockies sent Justin Spire to the Blue Jays. The Rays sent Joe Kennedy to the Rockies. The Blue Jays sent a player to be named later to the Rocks, and that was Sandy Nin, who was just buried in the minors. In June 2006, he was traded by the Rays with Toby Hall and cash to the Los Angeles Dodgers for a player to be named later, Gianna Navarro, and Jae-Yong Seo. The Dodgers sent Justin Ruggiano to the Rays to complete that trade. So this January 2008, he signed with the Florida Marlins. December 2008, he signed with the Baltimore Orioles. Re-signed with them in February 2010, January 2011, February 2013, and January 2015. Although he finished playing in 2011, but he kept signing with the Orioles through 2015. In 2011, he was 37 years old, so 4 years later, so at the age of 41, the Orioles still signed this man. I'm pretty darn sure, and that's a double right there. I'm pretty darn sure when the Orioles were re-signing this guy at the age of 41, they were pretty much like, this guy is 6'9". How can we not sign him? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking was the thought process for that one. The man made $10,054,500 over the course of his career. The most coming in 2007 with the Dodgers. They paid him $2,925,000. The man played in only one postseason. 2006, the Dodgers lost the NLDS to the New York Mets. He pitched in 3 games and didn't allow anything. Oh no, that was his batting. Whoops. What's his pitching? He pitched in 3 games and allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 2.2 innings pitched, and he hit 1 batter and got a strikeout. All right, but he still didn't allow any earned runs, so there you go. It's a foul off to the left field side. I've kind of not paid much attention to the Orioles offense here. There's still a chance they can get that 10th run. We'll take a base hit here. Jones scoring from second, to do so. As Mijares is still on the mound for Minnesota. So what was Mark Hendrickson's career year? That's tough to say, really. To be honest, it's like not very good in a lot of them. I guess he pitched the most innings in 2004. Started 30 games, and then after that, he kind of just became like a reliever. So I would say, like, I don't know, 2004 maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure, really, to be honest. Let's take a look. Let's try and judge it by his walks per hits and innings pitched. I'd have to give the nod to 2004. So 2004, he pitched 183 innings. He was a starter then. The Rays were awful, so we have to take that into account. 4.81 innings ERA. It wasn't that great. So that, I guess this is his best year as a starter. And as a reliever, I don't know. 2008 season with the Marlins. 2007 with the Dodgers wasn't too shabby. 06. He still started games with the Marlins. He started a lot of games, really. He was just like a back of the rotation guy. It's just like a fifth starter, really, for the rest of his career. I guess 2004 wasn't too bad. And 2006 wasn't that bad either. There's nothing really that pops out to you. In his 2006 season, he didn't even start that game. He played in 3 games, so he was just a reliever. So he's coming out of the bullpen for the Dodgers against the Mets. Well, Mijares prevents the Orioles from getting that 10th run. Minnesota with Jim Thome, Justin Morneau, and Michael Cuddyer to end this game. We'll see if anything comes about of this, but I doubt we're going to get a 7-run comeback here. Jim Thome has 2 strikeouts on the day. He is a Hall of Famer. Of course, he's a power hitter, so, you know, strikeouts are also part of the program with these guys. And Thome takes the first pitch there against Hendrickson, who's going to try and finish this game off for Baltimore. 1 ball, no strikes here. Hendrickson winds and delivers to Thome. That's 2 balls here. So Thome look a little more patient here, looking for his pitch. And, of course, he can put one into the seats in the outfield if he feels like it. And I'm assuming he's going to feel like he's had a bad night so far. So a home run would make him at least feel good about something today. Of course, I'm talking about a Hall of Famer, so maybe I should watch my words here. Hendrickson delivers, and that's a strike here against Thome. So Thome with that iconic bat pointing he does before every pitch. Hendrickson winds, delivers, and Thome foul towards off third base side. The shift is on for Baltimore as Hendrickson winds, delivers, and Thome grounds right to first base. Toss to Hendrickson, and Thome is out. So not a good night for him here against Baltimore. Justin Morneau now. The Twins' big boppers haven't really come to play today. Morneau is 0 for 3 on the night. Hendrickson now gets the sign, winds and delivers, and fouled off to the third base side by Morneau. Hendrickson, catcher, putting the sign. Hendrickson agrees, winds, delivers, and Morneau with another foul ball off to the third base side. 0-2 now. Hendrickson ahead of Morneau. He winds, he delivers, and Morneau takes that high. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. As the former MVP tries to do something in this game. So we're looking low here, and he throws low. Hendrickson, Morneau doesn't bite. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Hendrickson winds, delivers, And that's a ball. Full count. Morneau working Hendrickson here. Hendrickson gets onto the rubber. Gets the sign from the catcher. It's looking like he's going to set up outside. Delivers. Morneau with a fly ball. Deep left center field. And, oh, nice catch out there in left field. Up against the wall. Hendrickson showing his appreciation for that one. Morneau, one of the best hit on the night for him. But he's still out. Michael Kadire now 0 for 3. Strikeout, the last chance for the Twins. Although we can really say that happened a long, long time ago. Swing and a miss there. Kadire's been aggressive his last couple of at-bats. So look for him to just swing for the fences right now. Hendrickson winds and delivers. And that's a ball inside. I don't know how the fans are this loud at this point of the game, but it is what it is. Kadire now getting ready. Hendrickson set, winds, delivers. And that's low for a strike. I thought that was below the knees, but the umpire didn't. Kadire is now down to his final strike. The Twins are down to their final strike. Hendrickson looking to finish this game off. Winds, delivers, and that's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Kadire. It's been quite a game here so far. Well, the entire so far. We're at the end of this game here. Henderson delivers and does not give. That looks like a curveball to drop into the strike zone. We got a full count. Kadire looking to salvage something for himself at least on this night. Henderson delivers and Kadire with the fly to left field. Left fielder is under that, and that is the game. The Baltimore Orioles defeat the Minnesota Twins here 9-2. The Twins have lost 2 games in the series, have had bad pitching in both games in 2 different ballparks. But that's it here in Minneapolis. And, well, the Twins just didn't have it. So here we go. Player of the game, and like I said, Matt Wieters, he went 2 for 5, home run and double, very crucial at the beginning of this game. And that's your Topps player of the game. So, I guess this is, let's take a look. Millwood with the win. He pitched fantastically. Scott Baker didn't pitch that great. The Orioles, 9 runs and 11 hits. Twins, only 2 on 5 hits and an error. Orioles putting this game away in the 7th and 8th inning. No, that's it. Wieters and Atkins with the home runs for Baltimore, and Kubel for the Minnesota Twins. Yes. Well, everybody, this is Francisco from Sports Goofs. Thank you all for watching this. I think we'll have our 65th episode of Sports Goofs tomorrow, so please join us for that one. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.